Hello, is there anyone there? Let's see if I can get this set up right. You've got my messy room today. And we have the little Henry here with us for a few moments. So today I'm not only going to stream live here, I am going to try doing an Instagram TV video on my Instagram. So we're gonna see how this goes. Video, how do I do this? Let's see. I want to live. Okay, so I'm gonna set this here. And we're gonna do both at the same time. This is gonna be fun. Hello everyone, if there's anyone there. I'm doing Instagram Live and YouTube Live all at the same time today. This is going to be fun. So I have the little Henry cat here with me. We are going to do about 15-20 minutes of winding down yoga for you today. So if you're feeling a little bit restless or maybe kind of exhausted, maybe you're still working at this time, in which case I identify and I feel you and I hold space for you. This is just a great video all around, a great flow all around. Just wind down your evening, feel really good, tap into the relaxation state, and just maybe not worry so much. Personally, today was a very rough day for me. I had a lot of anxiety about this pandemic and my place in it, especially since I work with the public. And it's just been a lot. So this is going to be good for me too. So we'll go ahead and get started because you all can play this video back eventually. So I'm going to move Henry, my dear sweet Henry, off of my lap. Hello, Clarabelle. Good to see you. I love you. Yeah, if you all want to go ahead and join me, this is only going to be about 15-20 minutes of relaxation yoga. It's going to be really awesome. So grab a mat. P.S. You don't have to have a mat. I study Strala Yoga, and our founder, Tara Stiles, her husband, Mike, doesn't even use a mat ever. So yoga everywhere and anywhere, and it doesn't matter. All right, grab some water too. Hope everyone's staying hydrated. I've been kind of rubbish about it recently, so be better than me. All right, so if you have any props that you use, go ahead and absolutely. If you have a pillow or a blanket, you can use that as well. My YouTube video paused, so I'm gonna hold for just a second. But you don't need that this evening. If you would like to just be by yourself as you are, that's all you need. So go ahead and find a nice seated position. Just sitting up tall. You can go ahead and move the flesh away from your butt bones here so that you can be nice and grounded. Hips are heavy, knees are heavy. Maybe you close the eyes down and just feel the whole body grow a little bit heavier. Sinking into the mat. Starting to deepen the breath. You can go in through the nose and out through the mouth if that feels nice to you, and if that isn't what, especially in these times of anxiety, if you're feeling a little bit high-strung, you might check in with your breathing and just make sure that you are breathing. I know for myself, I've been really struggling with breathing recently, so we're gonna practice it together. In through the nose, out through the mouth, through the nose. Just get into a rhythm with it yourself for a little bit. A little bit of sound wants to go with it. You can always sigh. Feels really nice. And if with your breath a little bit of movement comes in, you can roll with that. Maybe it drifts you off to one side or the other side, or rocks you a little bit forward and back. And if you don't feel like moving, don't move. Just follow yourself. It doesn't have to look like I'm doing it. Take a nice big inhale. Let your arms sweep out to the sides. Reach all the way overhead. Then exhale, bring your palms together. You could plug your thumbs into your heartbeat here. Or maybe it feels nice to lay one hand over your heart, the other hand on top. And all we're doing at this moment is tuning into your heartbeat. Feeling a bit of calm take over you. It's just the calm part of yourself that's taking control this time. Take a big inhale all together. And exhale, drop out anything that is no longer serving you. 2 more times, big inhale. Exhale. Sigh it out. We'll do one more round of this big breath in. And exhale, let it all go. Just drop your hands back down to your knees, to your sides. I'm going to teach you a little breathing technique. We're going to do an alternate nostril breath. So if you're already familiar with that, go ahead and get into it yourself. If you're not, we're going to take the thumb and the ring finger of whichever hand you feel most comfortable with. Pinky can stay up or down, doesn't really matter, but we're going to tuck the second and third fingers in. We'll go ahead and close off one side of the nose, taking a big inhale through the opposite side. Close off at the top and hold it for a moment. Then release the opposite finger and exhale. Once you get to the bottom, fill back up through the same side. Close off at the top and switch out, releasing the opposite side. So just take a few rounds of this in your own time. You can count if you'd like, maybe inhale for 4, hold for 2, exhale for 4. You can even inhale and hold and exhale at the same count if you'd prefer. Or you don't have to count at all. Alternate nostril breath is really awesome because it balances both sides of the body energetically and physically. We have our sun side and our moon side, which in yoga is hatha. You might have heard of hatha yoga. It's just evening things out on either side. That's what alternate nostril breath helps with. It's just evening things out on either side. Tuning into that relaxation response again. Take another couple rounds. Or if you get tired, just drop the hands out and return to a normal breath. Once you've come back to that normal breath, sit with it for another moment. And we'll just lean off to the side, my actual sides of the body. So extend your left leg out to the side. Get yourself really cozy. Maybe put a little bend in this leg if the hamstring feels tight. Drop this left arm down inside. Take a big inhale up through the right side. Big breath. And exhale, just fold over, soften over. That left or right side of the body might stay really long. Maybe it feels a little bit better to come up a bit higher. Just meet yourself where you're at today. Don't worry so much about what it looks like. You can just follow my voice. We'll just use a big inhale to roll open here, lift up a bit. And exhale to soften in. Maybe turn into a little bit of a rainbow here. Just use your breaths to create a bit of space, and then your exhales to soften into that space. If you're there, maybe press the hand toward the opposite knee. just hang out here or roll around. Maybe drop the belly a bit. And we'll go ahead and roll up from this one really gently. Inhale to sit up tall. And then exhale, unwind over this right knee, bringing your right fingertips behind. You can use a breath to lift up. And a nice exhale to soften in. Maybe even let the right ear come to the right shoulder. You'll get a nice stretch to the left side of the neck. And then we'll drop the palms back behind and just lean away so you can send this opposite leg out to the side. We're moving real easy today. No need to try and accomplish anything with this except relaxation. So we'll go ahead and drop that right arm down inside the right leg, lift up through the left arm. Then as you exhale, very softly, gently, and slowly ease over this right leg. So you can just stop wherever you're having enough of this. Maybe it feels better to lift up a bit, create a little bit more space, and then move into it a little bit more. So just roll around here, open up, soften down, whatever really floats your boat. And if you find a good stretch anywhere, just hang out there. Keeping the chin toward the chest, getting a nice big breath or two. Maybe roll open again. And then we'll come up from this one and just take a little twister on the opposite knee. Left fingertips behind this time, sitting up really tall. Just very gently lean into the left hand and find that stretch, that twist. Maybe you want to roll a bit, drop the left ear to the left shoulder. And then we'll come all the way back into both hands and send both legs out to the sides. I'm going to move my lamp really fast because I realize it's creating some bad shadow. There we go. That's a little bit nicer. So we're going to lean back into the hands and send the feet out to the sides. Maybe this is enough here. Maybe you want to scoot yourself forward just a little bit, just finding a space that works for you. If you've got a block, you can even take a block or a blanket or a pillow and bring it right up underneath the butt and kind of roll forward so like the booty muscles are kind of hanging onto the block. So we'll take a big inhale, lean back into the hands, roll open through your chest. Maybe just hang out here. This could be a lot of stretch here for you too. Or when you're ready, we'll go ahead and come all the way over the legs. Just as far as feels comfortable. You don't have to go very far. I'm going to move off of this block, so you don't need it. And if it feels nice to come down to the elbows, you could just let the head hang really long. If you're not on the elbows, just use your hands for support. And hang out here with some breath. Could crawl over one leg if that feels nice to you. It's a nice way to get a little twist into the inside. It's good for your digestion. It kind of wrings out the organs from toxins. If you try one side, you might go ahead and try the other side. Let's just take some time with this, enjoy it, get really cozy. And when you've had enough, press into the hands a whole lot. Walk the hands back behind the hips. Lean back and use your hands behind your knees so we can bring the feet together in front of the body. Keep a nice little bend in your knees here if you need it, which most of us probably do. Take a nice big inhale. Lean back into your hands. Roll open through your chest. Maybe drop your head here. Then we're going to take a little walk right over the legs, just letting the belly match the thighs. Maybe it feels good for the forehead to meet the knees. If this is just much too easy, you can scooch the heels out. We just want to stay where the belly can lay on the thighs, and this will change from day to day. How much of a bend is in the knees will definitely change, just depending on what space you need. So just enjoy where you're at, and if you like those twists, you could twist over one leg. And twist over the other leg. Again, those inhales lift you up and your exhales sink you in. You're going to settle And then we'll come up from this one. Bring your knees into your chest. Press the palms back behind, fingers toward the body. We're going to press into the feet, lift the knees over the ankles, shoulders over the wrists. Nice little reverse tabletop. You can sway a bit side to side, forward and back. Maybe let the head drop back. Really big deep breaths. And then we'll drop the knees back down to the mat. Go ahead and come around to all fours, just really nice and gently, sending your knees over to one side. Shoulders stay over your wrists, hips over knees, but that's only if you want to be like really exact about this. Otherwise, you can just switch it up and see what feels really nice for you. So the basic idea is a tabletop position. If it feels nicer to kind of a little bit forward and back, maybe take a walk around the mat. That can be really nice. This just gets a little bit of motion into the spine that you may not be getting the rest of the day. Maybe take an easy little cat-cow, dropping the belly, letting the chest roll forward a bit, looking up. And then bringing the belly button into the spine to roll into the upper back. You could rock a little bit forward and back here. We'll plant the palms, take a big inhale, lift from the tailbone back to a down dog. And you can keep this really soft too, so feet can be wide, hands can be wide. In fact, I would recommend it. Just take a little sway here. And we'll tuck the chin into the chest, drop the knees really gently, hips really gently down to the mat, coming all the way down to your belly. Press into your hands, roll up into your chest a bit here. Big breath in. And exhale. Soften back down. We're going to do that 2 more times, just lifting as much as feels really cozy. So press through your hands, take another big inhale. And exhale. Soften back down. 1 more round of this. And exhale. Soften down, plant into your palms. Shift your hips back to your heels. Big toes can come to touch. Let the belly come back to your thighs or back between your thighs. Nice, easy sway here. Or you can just rest the forehead or the side of the face and just really relax. We'll lift up a bit here. We're going to slide this right arm underneath the left arm, coming onto the right shoulder. You can keep this left hand right here next to the face, or if it feels nicer to press it overhead, press into the hand and get a little bit more of a twist. We're just getting a nice stretch in the upper back. You can rock a bit here, side to side, roll open, close off. If it's too much, just send your hips back toward your heels a little bit more. Taking another breath or 2 here. And then coming back through the middle just to settle it out. Then we'll try the other side, inhaling to lift up. Left arm slides underneath the right one. And just finding the version here that feels really nice in your own body. You can shift in your hips and your shoulders and your torso. Change it up. And then come back through the middle. Go ahead and bring the crown of the head to the mat. We're going to shift the hips over the knees. Take a nice big inhale. Exhale, reach your hands back toward your feet. And if you need to, walk your knees a little bit closer to your body. So we're in this nice little rabbit pose, as it's called. Breathing here. If this is uncomfortable, just come back to a child's pose. Then we'll all rock back, forehead to the mat, hands by the feet so the whole upper back can relax. And we'll come up to sit, just 1 notch at a time, coming to sit on the heels or the hips, whatever's comfy. Let the hands rest on the lap. Just take a few rounds of breath. In and out. And come back forward to all fours when you're ready, moving back into a down dog, however it feels nice. Big inhale to lift the tailbone, and exhale to soften it. Go ahead and rock here a bit side to side. Tuck your chin into your chest, drop your knees, drop your hips, drop into the elbows just as much as you need to roll open through your belly and chest. We'll go ahead and come back to all fours here. We're going to start leaning a bit side to side, sending the right hip over to the mat, left hip over to the mat. Just taking this a few times. And the next time you send your left, slide this right foot up between the hands. Put a lot of weight into your hands. You can scooch that back knee back if you need a little bit more of a stretch. And if you'd like to walk your hands inside this leg, that might feel really nice. Hands can stay outside the foot, so you've got a really nice low lunge here. If you want to roll open, that might feel nice. Maybe tuck the back toe for some extra support. Just rolling around here. Maybe lean over toward this left hand. Take a big inhale through the right hand. And exhale, come back through the middle, leaning over to the right hand, opening up to the left side. And right back through. Yeah, for a sec. Okay, here we are. So we took a little lean over to the left. We took a lean over to the right. We're going to tuck the back toes, shift the hips back just to get a nice little runner stretch. Belly staying on the thighs again, kind of like that forward fold with the feet together. You can come down inside if you'd like. Roll around. We'll come all the way back to all fours. Lean to your left and just slide this right leg back around. Tuck your toes, lift your hips back to a down dog. Pedal through your heels. And then tuck your chin into your chest, roll it out to a plank pose, dropping your knees, dropping your hips, just opening up to whatever version feels nice. And we'll come back to all fours, leaning over to the left, the right, the left. And then the next time we go to the right, we're just going to shift over so much this left leg can float right up to the top of the mat. So we'll find our low lunge here. Back toe can stay tucked. That'll just support the back knee. You can stay really low with the belly toward the thigh. If you want to roll it open, that's always a nice choice. Maybe it feels better to stay down. Maybe like a little twist, in which case you can kind of just reach around. Lean over toward the right hand, let the left arm roll open. And come right back through over toward the left hand, the right arm floats open. And right back through this time, shifting your hip back to your heel. Keeping the belly toward the thigh if you like that. You can take a twist here too. We'll come inside the leg. And we'll come all the way back around, leaning toward the right. Let the left leg slide back to your tabletop. Tuck your toes, lift your hips back to your down dog. And we'll walk the hands back toward the feet at the back of the mat. Keep your feet nice and wide. Just widen them as you go. As you fold all the way up and over, let the head and neck hang heavy. We'll roll it up to stand, arms reaching at the top. And exhale over your legs, wherever it feels nice. We'll walk it back out to a down dog. And then take a walk back up to the top of the mat. Keep your breath going even here. Roll it up to stand. Again, arms reach at the top. And back over your legs. Come into a nice easy squat. Just taking your feet out to the edges of the mat, dropping your hips. Maybe keeping the head and neck long here as you roll around. And we'll come all the way back to the hips once again. This time, rolling down to the back. So taking your knees with you. Keep the back nice and safe by rolling down one notch at a time, holding the knees into the chest, taking a little rock side to side here. And then we'll drop this left leg long, hug the right knee into the chest, rock your knee around, rock your hip around in the hip crease. You could hug it in toward your heart for a nice squeeze. You'll feel that in the hip crease. Or take it to the outside for a nice squeeze. Rock a little bit here. If you've got some tight muscles, just massage it out. And we'll hug that knee back in, sending the right knee to the left side of the body. Stretch this right arm out to your side. Maybe your gaze stays up toward the ceiling, or you can look over to the right hand. Let your breaths be in your belly. Let your shoulder be heavy. Your knee be heavy. Just let gravity do the opposition. Let gravity do the twist for you. If you notice you're still holding tension here, see if you can relax it out. Maybe it's in the hips or the butt or in the leg against the ground. Just relax it out. We'll inhale back through the middle, hug both knees into the chest, rock it out here. And then extend that right leg really long, keeping the left knee in. Give yourself a little squeeze, and then we'll take that twist when you're ready for it. Nice full breaths. Just let yourself really chill out here. Hug your knee right back in whenever you're ready for it. Take your time on this side. We'll kind of bring both knees in toward the chest. If you want to, you can catch both knees in opposite elbows. And maybe just rock a little bit side to side here. If you want to catch the bottoms of the feet with your hands, you can go ahead and extend the bottom ceiling back on the mat. That'll just keep the back feeling a little bit better. Get this nice little stretch in the hips. You can straighten out through one leg if the hamstrings want that, or through the other leg. Give yourself a little roll here. And we'll hug both knees back into your chest when you're ready for it. Give yourself another little hug. And then we'll drop heels nice and close to the hips. Maybe just drop knees over to the right side. You'll feel a stretch on the top of this left thigh. And then taking it over to the opposite side. You can do that a few times. Keep breathing, always, always breathing. And then we'll press into the heels, keeping the heels nice and close to the hips. Lift up through the pelvis. If you get stuck here, we're going to roll the shoulder blades toward one another, just opening up through the chest. Maybe bringing the hands inside the heels for a little bit of extra support as you rock here. Breathing here in this bridge. This bridge feels really great. You might exhale, bring it back down to the mat for a moment. Windshield wiper the legs. And then you can come back into another bridge, or if you'd like to try a little plow pose, you're going to hug the knees into the chest and send the feet overhead. Press the palms by your sides just to get a nice little stretch with the legs overhead. So if the legs feel good, first of all, we want the neck really long. So if you've got a ponytail in the back of your head, you might move it out of the way. Good, so start to support the lower back with your hands. Maybe inhale the left leg up into the air if this plow feels good. If the plow doesn't feel good, just roll down. Come into a bridge. And then we'll drop that leg back down. Inhale the other leg up. Just breathing, breathing. Drop that right leg back down. Then maybe we take both legs all the way up to a shoulder stand, and you can walk your hands a little bit farther up the back. And just breathe here. Shoulder stand is really awesome before bed. First of all, it's an inversion, so it gets blood back down toward your heart and your head. It's also good for digestion. It's good for the parasympathetic nervous system. So it really taps you into that relaxation response. And if you get bored with your legs being straight overhead, you can just play around here. Just breathing, breathing. If this gets uncomfortable at any point, just bring your knees around your ears and roll down. Another good one to do here is headstand before bed, but I'm partial to shoulder stand because it's a little less intense. If you'd like to really switch it up, you could wrap this left leg on top of the right leg. I really like an eagle wrap here. Twist it to the right and the left. Really getting digestion moving. Maybe try the other side. Just twisting it around. Take another breath or two here, and then we'll ease the knees around the ears. Straighten back out to plow, release the hands, and very slowly roll one notch at a time all the way out. You might just let the feet come to the edges of the mat, the knees drop together. It's a good way to end things. If you've been in shoulder stand or plow, just let the breath return to normal. And we'll move all the way out, extending the legs, extending the arms wherever it feels nice. This is your corpse pose, so this can look like whatever you want it to. Whatever's cozy. And what we're doing here is just letting the earth support us, remembering that the earth does support us, the universe does support us. We're not just out here alone trying to figure it out. Back. It turns out that when we respect her, she heals herself really quickly. And she'll love us back. She'll respect us back. So wherever you're at, just give yourself a few moments of relaxation, even if you're not just doing this video with me. If you've just tuned in, you're just listening, maybe with your headphones in, commuting or whatever, I encourage you, if you are not driving, to close your eyes down. Take a deep inhale through your nose. And exhale. Release as much anxiety or whatever it is you're dealing with that is not favorable. Maybe imagine it a gray color or a brown color. Just tune into your body and find where it's sitting. Maybe at your heart or in your hips or your head or wherever. Try not to judge it, just view it. Maybe it's brought some tension into your body. That's a part of our human experience. Our bodies are awesome. If we have anxiety or maybe we're worried about something, our body holds tension because that allows us to escape the problem faster. Maybe it thinks you're stressed about a tiger or something. But we know we don't need it right now. So take a deep inhale. Thank the anxiety or whatever it is you're dealing with for being here, for doing its job. Then exhale. Just let it know you don't need it anymore. You're just sending it on its way. You can take a few rounds of that with your inhales and exhales. Thank you, but I release you from this space. Thank you, but I don't need you right now. You're free to go. Maybe you find that tension is melting away now with your breath. not getting angry at ourselves or disrespecting ourselves. It's there to help you, even if it's not always helpful. So the more we practice letting our bodies know it doesn't need to hold tension, the more we practice breath, the more we practice calm, the easier it gets to tap into it. And much of this tension is valid. Much of this anxiety is valid. But we don't need to be on that vibration right now. This is a place of peace and healing and love. Just breathe with this as long as you'd like. When you're ready to come out of it, we'll take a big inhale. Exhale. Your next big inhales and exhales. Maybe it brings a bit more motion into the body. Starts to wake you up a bit. Maybe you'll take a nice full body stretch overhead. Bring the knees into the chest. Bring yourself over toward your side just to rest for another moment. When you're ready to come up, press into the hands. Bringing yourself up really gently, but really nice and firmly so you're supported. Come back to that seated position. Let's just breathe together for a few more moments. If you'd like to continue that deep breath, go with that. Maybe a more natural breath comes in. Whatever feels awesome in your body right now, that's what to go with. Bring your hands back to your heartbeat, however you'd like to do it again. Feel that strong electromagnetic field in your heartbeat. Because our heart is the strongest electromagnetic field of our body. It really matters what we're holding in our heart space. If there's pain, it happens, it's valid. That will manifest in your field. The more we practice love and kindness and patience, especially toward ourselves, the easier it gets to practice toward others, and the more it manifests around us. Maybe imagine a light right here at your heart space. Feel that beautiful golden light suffusing your whole being, creating calm and peace, love, and the opposite of fear. Stay with this as long as it serves you. When you're ready to blink open your eyes. Lost my video again. So stay with your breath as long as it feels good. When you're ready, blink open your eyes. You have just done magic, my friend. You have done wonders for yourself. So I encourage you, if you have the time tonight, maybe take a little bath or make yourself some tea or watch your favorite movie or pop some popcorn. Or if you're ready for sleep, heck, just put yourself to bed. Nobody's stopping you. So Yeah, I love you all. Thank you for joining in with me. And I will try live streaming these on yoga and thank you, Lucy, on yoga and Instagram um, more often in the future. So I'll see y'all soon. Lucy, thank you. I'm assuming you've listened to the Dorian Electra song, in which case, yes, I love it. And this is from their concert, and I'm very proud to wear this shirt. I'm glad you joined. And if you've got time to do it later, yes, it's, I think, worth doing. Love you all.